Okay guys, I'm back. Yeah, even when it comes to Facebook, we have, so me when I go Facebook, I use that for network building. For sure, some people see that as just boosting their ego, or it's a bit fake. For sure, fake book, call it like that. But if you use it for strength building, yeah, building strength among each other, like, I don't know, everybody's on Facebook these days, so for sure pretty much everybody have their phones in their hands. The 10 action signals. Discomfort, uncomfortable emotions don't have a tremendous amount of intensity, but they do bother us and create the nagging sensation that things are not quite right. The message: boredom, impatience, unease, distress, or mild embarrassment are all sending you a message that something is not quite right. Maybe the way you're perceiving things is off, or the actions you're taking are not producing the result you want. Solution: dealing with the emotions of discomfort is simple. Use the skill you've already learned in this book to change your state. Clarify what you do want and refine your actions. Try a slightly different approach and see if you can't immediately change the way you're feeling. Hold on. Bottles issue. Change the way you're feeling about the situation, or change the quality of results you're producing. Like all emotions, if not dealt with, uncomfortable feelings will intensify. Discomfort is somewhat painful, but the anticipation of possible emotional pain is much more intense than the discomfort you might be feeling in the moment. You and I need to remember that our imagination can make things 10 times more intense than anything we could ever experience in real life. There's a saying in chess and in martial arts: the threat of attack is greater than the attack itself. When we begin to anticipate pain, especially intense levels of it, often we begin to develop the action signals of fear. Second, fear. Fearful emotions include everything from low levels of concern and apprehension to intense worry, anxiety, fright, and even terror. Fear serves a purpose, and its message is simple. The message of fear. Fear is simply the anticipation that something that's going to happen soon needs to be prepared for. In the words of the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. We need either to prepare to cope with the situation or to do something to change it. The tragedy is that most people either try to deny their fear or they wallow in it. Neither of these approaches is respecting the message that fear is trying to deliver, so it will continue to pursue you as it tries to get its message across. You don't want to surrender to fear and amplify it by starting to think of the worst that could happen, nor do you want to pretend it's not there. The solution: review what you're feeling fearful about and evaluate what you must do to prepare yourself mentally. Yeah, what you must do to prepare yourself mentally. Figure out what actions you need to take to deal with the situation in the best possible way. Sometimes we've done all the preparation we could for some things. There's nothing else we can do, but we still sit around in fear. This is the point when you must use the antidote to fear. You must make a decision to have faith. Have faith. Walk by faith and not by sight. So many of us walk by sight. I have all kinds of ladybug on me. I feel them everywhere. Yeah. A little boat. Knowing you've done all you can do to prepare for whatever you're fearing, and that most fears in life rarely come to fruition. If they do, you may experience hurt. If there's any one emotion that seems to dominate human relationships, both personal and professional, it's the emotion of hurt. Feelings of hurt are usually generated by a sense of loss. When people are hurt, they often lash out at others. We need to hear the real message hurt gives us. The message the hurt signal gives us is that we have an expectation that has not been met. Many times this feeling arises when we've expected somebody to keep their word and they didn't. Even if you didn't tell them your expectation that, for example, they not share with someone else what you talk with them about. In this case, you feel a loss of intimacy with this person, maybe a loss of trust. That sense of loss is what creates the feeling of hurt. Solution: realize that in reality you may not have lost anything. Maybe what you need to lose is the false perception that this person is trying to wound or hurt you. Maybe they really don't realize the impact of their action on your life. Secondly, take a moment and reevaluate the situation. Ask yourself, is there really loss here? Or am I judging this situation too soon or too harshly? A third solution that can help you get out of a sense of hurt is to elegantly and appropriately communicate your feeling of loss to the person involved. Tell them, the other day when XYZ happened, I misinterpret that to mean that you didn't care and I have a sense of loss. Can you clarify for me what really happened? Simply by changing your communication style and clarifying what's really going on, you will often find that hurt disappears in a matter of a moment. However, if hurt is not dealt with, it often becomes amplified and turns into anger. Angry emotions includes everything from being mildly irritated to being angry, resentful, furious, and even enraged. The message of anger is that an important rule or standard that you hold for your life has been violated by someone else, or maybe even by you. We'll talk about that more later. When you get the message of anger, you need to understand that you can literally change this emotion in a moment. The solution: realize that you may have misinterpreted the situation completely, that your anger about this person breaking your rules may be based on the fact that they don't know what's most important to you, even though you believe they should. So again, you realize that even if a person did violate one of your standards, your rules are not necessarily the right rules, even though you feel as strongly as you do about them. Third, ask yourself a more empowering question like, in the long run, Is it true that this person really cares about me? Interrupt the anger by asking yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I communicate the importance of these standards I hold for myself to this person in a way that causes them to want to help me and not violate my standards again in the future? For example, if you're angry, change your perceptions. Maybe this person really didn't know your rules, or change your procedure. Change your procedure. Maybe you didn't effectively communicate your real needs, or change your behavior. Tell people up front, for example, hey, this is private. Please promise me you won't share this with anybody. It's really important to me. For many people, consistent anger or the failure to be able to meet their own standards and rules leads to frustration. I'll be back. There's it.